Welcome back to G-Ball Vision, everyone. Thank you for stopping in. Today I have a real exciting unboxing to dig into for you. Just pulled this thing out of the mailer. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed here to the channel. I'd love to have you hit that thumbs up button. It really helps push these videos out there so more people have a chance to check them out. And let me know what you are carrying in your pockets today down there in the comments. Love hearing from you and what you are carrying. So thank you to QSP for sending this in for all of us to take a look at. Everything I can, I will have linked down in the description. Those links will help out the channel, but it's up to you if you want to use them. We are looking at the QSP folding version, and this is the Canary. They also have done a fixed blade off of this folder, and it is quite a bit larger. We can bring that out here in a moment. But what this is right here is it's an affordable offering, but it's not quite as low of a price tag as, say, the base level Penguin or the base level Parrot. The base level for this one I think is going to be around the $50 mark. I believe these are going to be coming in 14C. I'm not seeing a steel marking, but I believe it's 14C. Yes, 14C with a blue G10 handle, a couple stickers in the box, and some other information. So this knife was really attractive. I think I saw it on Amazon for the very first time, and for just a simple, clean EDC knife that's going to be well built, not going to break the bank, this is going to be a good option. QSP is a solid company, and they've been making solid knives for quite some time at this point. We have a nice stonewash drop point blade, a little swedge that rolls to the tip there from the top of the spine. It is kind of raised up and then comes back down to that tip. Looks nice and clean. Going to be a flat grind. We have dual thumb studs for the deployment, and the detent is nice and strong on this little feller here. I wouldn't call it little. I would say more mid-size. This is probably going to be right around, what, like 7 inches maybe, somewhere in that ballpark, which we can take a look at that here. We're looking at 2 3/4 of cutting edge, 3 inches of blade length, and just shy of 6 3/4 overall. So we're not even talking about a 7-inch here. Just under 7 inches. Going to be classified as a mid-sized knife, no question about it. I think they come in G10s, micartas, a lot of different handle materials, and they probably also come in a couple of different finishes when it comes to the blade. We're looking at a nice deep carry steel rollover clip. It's been recessed along with the screws. It does have a filler tab and will be able to be reversed for left-hand friendly carry. We do have good access to that liner there to disengage this. Nice little row of soft jimping to help grip that thumb as you disengage it. Nice solid little knife. I mean, QSP has been doing this sort of thing for, at this point, several years. I mean, the Penguin and the Parrot have been rolling the budget market for several years at this point. You can get a D2 micarta folding knife that's extremely solid for like 30 bucks from QSP. It's potentially one of the best values in the knife world. This is going to carry nice and deep. Probably won't see any of that knife poking out. Maybe the very tippy butt end of it, but I think for the most part you'll be safe for deep carry. Good retention on our issuing stitches cloth, which means this is going to have good retention in the pants or shorts pocket. Love how they keep the show side clean. We just have the little QSP emblem and logo there on the pivot. I think that looks clean. It looks good. We do have some speed holes there for the speed hole fans. Typically I would say not my aesthetic typically, but on this particular model, I don't mind it as much as normal, I would say. maybe because they're, you know, sequential, even, all that sort of thing. Sometimes the speed hole idea can be a little crazy. I think this is a subtle way to do the speed holes, and I do like the fact you can see the blade there through the handles, and that makes the knife a lot lighter than it otherwise would have been. QSP has been known to put some screamers on some edges, so let's see what we are looking at. Sharpening choil looks good there, and this is not going to be any different. Nice and slicey right out of the box. That is exactly what we want to see there. Very nice. You just want to keep cutting with it. Woo, baby. Very nice. Very good. Very, very good. You have a little 50-50 area here where you can choke up behind that edge. You don't have a flipper to deal with. That kind of is going to act like a little bit of a guard there to let you know, hey, the edge is following this area. So it's kind of a good point to be at. You can choke up, get a lot of control over that entire blade, and that's going to allow you to get up on that tip there, the length of this knife and blade. It'll be easy to control this if you have precision cuts that you need to do. As far as centering, nice tight tolerances. It is centered up very well there. There's no detent lash there that I can feel. Good. There's no movement side to side there for the pivot. Soft open. There's no up and down play. There's no side to side play. That is good. And we are looking at fairly early lockup there. I would say 20% maybe. And that's being fairly generous. I'm wondering why they didn't put the steel marking on here, or if I'm just not seeing it. There it is. Okay. I was going to say, they put it on here. It's just a matter of where. There's the 14C28N marking. We'll go ahead and we'll check the lock and see what we're looking at. We'll get the whacker out here and see what we're looking at. As far as the action goes, it's good. It's got a nice strong detent. It'll drop to half, and that's right out of the box. This is going to break in even more. And then one, two lighter shakes, and it'll go home. So a nice controlled drop, I would say, is what it's going to end up being from the thumb there. It'll end up being a one shaker, I have to think. Kind of that'll finish it off type of a deal. Just like that, but even lighter. So action is on point. Normal blade stock, I would say, as well. About average. Thins up there going to the tip. Be nice and pokey. Let's see what this lock is going to do for us here. Good. We'll close it. Open it back up. Check it. Good. And one more to grow on. Good. Good, good, good. Very nice from QSP. If you're not aware, QSP does a lot of OEM projects for a lot of designers out there, and they routinely kill it on everything from slip joints to more budget-ended folding knives to premium folding knives. They're responsible for doing all the lines of the Nimble from EMP EDC and, you know, knives in that quality range and in that price range. They do a very solid job. So they are capable of making an extremely solid knife, whether it's 30 bucks, 60 bucks, or a couple $100. They typically and routinely, you know, do a really good job on their knives. I've even bought a $28 Parrot before and didn't expect a whole lot, and the knife was extremely solid. I mean, hard to beat and hard to complain about a $30 knife that is just really well made with some good materials. You know, D2, it's not a super steel or anything like that, but to get a good quality D2 under 30 bucks or around 30 bucks is ridiculous with micarta handles and steel liners, a good build. You know, that's really cool. And now their more budget ended stuff is going to be in this range right here, which is where I like most companies to be. But, you know, with that being said, they have this line. So if they want to have $30-ish knives that are in a little bit lesser of a steel, I'm good with that. I would much rather it be both than one or the other type of a deal. So QSP is really hitting the nail on the head. Like I said, I'll link this down below. I'll link a couple of the other ones down below as well, the Penguin and Parrot, maybe a few others, because they have some really solid designs out from just this year, and then, of course, over the last couple of years. You'll have to let me know, what do you think of the QSP Canary here? I love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I always appreciate that. If you're new here, we release knife and EDC content just like this every single day. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. I'd love to have you here. I'll put up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.